Hey there, fellow readers. So, we're going to get to it today and discuss our reading goal is how do we create movies in our mind when we are reading? How do we create movie scenes? How do we visualize that? Um, and doing that helps us with our comprehension, helps us put into our memory bank the events that unfolded in that story, and creating a movie in our mind helps us hold on to the details of the story. So that's our reading goal for today. All right, you guys. So part of visualizing sometime is closing your eyes and letting your brain do the work. So would you close your eyes for me for just a second? I want you to think about a time when you saw a movie and that image stayed with you. You can see it like a photograph. You can see a scene in that movie occurring. You can picture the details of it. You got that? You guys, I was thinking of a part in a movie called Frozen 2. And I could picture, when I was closing my eyes, I could also hear um, the noises taking place in this movie. And it was the point in Frozen 2 when the wind is leaving the city of Arendelle and um, it's whipping through the clothes of the characters. They're being pushed out of their homes. The doors are slamming. I can actually recreate that moment in my mind and see it like it was a photograph moving. So that's the type of experience we want to create, but with books, with our texts. Um, so, our goal is as we read different stories, we're going to use the strategies we use today to help us create movies of our mind. We want those movies to have very, very clear and vivid scenes, lots of details in those that our mind is going to be seeing, our mind's eye, we can call that. It'll have the smells, the sounds. It's as if your mind is bringing that scene to life. So, what strong readers do is they pause and create those very clear, vivid images as they read. All right. So, you guys, when we're at movies, we see what is happening in the scene. We can see it out in front of us. We see the characters' faces. There might be music playing in the background. That music could be joyful. There could be a lot going on in the scene. Or that music could be very tense and dark or fast and chaotic to make the scene feel very, very busy. The lighting could be dark and scary, giving us the feeling that something bad is going to happen. Or the lighting could be a bright, sun filled scene, making us feel more joyful and hopeful. So, you guys, so what we hear and see makes me feel and think different things throughout that movie and novel experience. It makes me feel certain emotions about what is happening, doesn't it? All right. So we're going to practice this using a movie we've already are a little bit familiar with. This is Monster Box. We're going to watch the film. And when we watch the film, I'm going to pause it in a couple of places. And I want you to do that same thing when you're reading. I want you to pause in a couple of places and do our 4-finger count. All right. And doing that, you guys, this is our way of checking our comprehension and growing as a strong reader to automatically visualize when we read, because visualization, making a movie in your mind of what you're reading, is a really strong comprehension tool. All right. So we are going to share what we hear. We're going to share what we see. We'll share the feelings of the characters and other feelings that we have about what's taking place in the story. And our last one are our thoughts, because of our feelings, we think a certain way, or because of what's happening in the story with the sounds and what we can see makes us think a certain way. All right, so we're going to use those 4 strategies. We're only going to watch at first the first minute of Monster Box, and I'm going to pause it, and we're going to work through the 4 count of 4 stops in which we would like to have a think about that help with our movie visualization. All right. I'm going to move me really quickly. So I'll stop it at 1 minute, my friends. All right, you guys, just going to give this a minute perfect to get back into our presentation mode. And what we had watched so far, let's have a think about it. Let's use our 4-finger count. So what could we see? Well, as I'm trying to picture back to that pretty short clip, we could see really pretty plants and the sun filling up that space. It's very light and bright. I can hear cheerful music. I also see, kind of going back, I also see a young girl walk in. She has her little monster friend. What the scene that's taking place makes me feel happy and content. I can also see a man working, writing. He must like what he's doing. He's surprised when he hears that chime happen. He looks up quickly. What can he see? He sees a young girl who is happy to see the man's garden shop and just seems really pleased with it and in awe. I see that she has a bag and opens it. She shows her man the monster, isn't it? And it is so excited to share that her monster with the man, show him what her monster looks like. I see her pet, and it makes me feel like, whoa, that's a weird pet to have. Wow. I see that the man is shocked to see that creature, and he kind of gasps. I think, here's my think part of it, you guys. That's that piece too. I think that he's probably thinking that that pet is odd too. I'm also in my thought, like making predictions and going, are they going to be friends for a long time? I got thinking, oh, she's got an unusual monster. How is he going to feel about that monster? Is he going to let her stay? So his reaction and what I can see from his reaction gets me thinking about what could be taking place in this story. All right. So you guys, let's take another peek. We're going to hop into one more section. I want you to notice, you guys, that I'm holding myself accountable. I am actually stopping parts to check what is being seen, what is heard, the feelings of the characters and myself as a reader and my I thinks. So we want to make sure we're doing that when we're reading, that we pause and push ourselves to hear, see, think, and feel. All right, we're going to head into the movie again, and I'm going to push us forward a little bit. It's a little bit slow. Let's give it just a second. Okay, you guys, I'm going to skip us through. I need to take us to 3 right about here. All right, you guys, we'll give it just a minute to return back to the screen. But we're going to, again, I want you to do a 4-finger check on our visualization. And so do that quickly. I'm going to give you just just seconds to kind of wrap your thoughts around what you see, what was heard, feelings, and thoughts. If you need more time to think, go ahead and pause me. And then when you're ready to continue on after you've got your 4-count check, push play and you can continue. Take as much time as you need. All right, here's some things. We see the man starting at the beginning, maybe just kind of like looking bored or looking content that like, oh, I've made my tree look so nice. Okay, now I'm just going to sit. Or maybe thinking, what do I do next? I noticed that everything looks so clean. What do we hear? Did we hear some noises of someone approaching? Looking at his expression? Were you thinking that the man and the girl and monsters had all become friends? That they seemed excited to see each other? Did you feel sorry? Your feelings? Did you feel sorry for the girl and the monsters because they didn't mean to wreck the tree shop? Is that something that you felt? Did you feel mad at the monsters because they ruined the man's garden center and is making his life a little challenging in the moment? So always push yourself to really see, hear, feel, and think about the story. That will help us hold on to it and hold on to those details that occurred within the story. And that increase means to make better, that increases our understanding of the story. All right. Our goal is to see that movie of the mind. So here's your task. Today, as you read, use your imagination. Put yourself into the story. Be on the lookout for places in your book where it would be a really good idea to take a pause and do your 4-finger count. keep in mind, when you use your imagination, information sticks with you a lot longer. You guys, you're in charge of your own reading, so I want you to make wise decisions. Push yourself to really see, hear, feel, and think about the story. You know, I've said those 4 words a whole lot: see, hear, feel, think. See what it is you need to do with the words from our text. Create that movie of your mind. All right, what you guys are going to do is, this is your assignment for today. This is linked in the document below this video that you're currently watching in Google Classroom. You'll click on that to write your responses. All right, so you're going to watch this movie, you guys. You can first watch it all the way through. And then on your second time, you're going to stop in the movie at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So you move your cursor onto the YouTube video and stop it at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. You watch it all and stop there, push pause. And then I want you to do a finger count about what you heard, see, feel, and think about that section, that piece right there, right before you pushed pause, of the wordless clip. I think you'll enjoy Dragon Boy. What you'll then do on the next slide, you'll have some questions to answer, and you can probably guess what it'll be. It'll be about what you hear, see, feel, and think. We want you to answer those in complete sentences. All right, you guys, you got this. You're going to do great. Let's work all year long in creating the movie of our mind.